When the divorce papers were finally signed, I thought I'd finally be able to breathe again. For years, I'd been suffocating in a loveless marriage, smiling for photos, cooking dinners for a man who barely noticed I existed, pretending I was happy because that's what everyone expected of me. But the truth was, I'd been dying, a slow death inside. The day I left, I packed only what could fit into one single suitcase. There were no tears, no second thoughts. All I could think about was freedom. I rented a small apartment overlooking the city. It was tiny, a little messy, but it was mine. And for the first time in years, I slept through the entire night without waking up next to someone's cold shoulder. I made a promise to myself right then and there. I would never let anyone control me again. No more dependence, no more pretending. I was done with love. Completely and utterly done. That was until I met her. Her name was Aria. She'd just moved into the apartment next door, an artist with paint-stained hands, a laugh that sounded like a beautiful melody, and eyes that seemed to understand everything I'd never had the courage to say out loud. We met over something so simple. So Salim, my cat, had slipped into her apartment one evening. When she brought him back, she was barefoot, wearing an oversized shirt splattered with a rainbow of colors. "He likes the smell of turpentine," she joked, her eyes crinkling at the corners. And I laughed. I mean, truly laughed for the first time in months. Just like that, she began appearing in the small, quiet moments of my life. We started having morning coffee together on our balconies, the city waking up below us. We'd have late-night conversations about heartbreak, about art, and about that deep loneliness that can live so quietly inside people. I found myself opening up, telling her about my failed marriage, about how it had drained every ounce of life out of me. She just listened. She didn't try to fix me or offer solutions. She just listened. One night, it rained so hard that the power went out in our entire building. I immediately went to check on her, worried she might be alone and scared in the dark. She opened the door holding a single candle, her face glowing softly in the warm, flickering light. "Stay," she said, her voice simple and steady. So I did. We sat on her floor, talking for hours while the world outside disappeared into thunder and wind. At some point, our hands found each other in the darkness. Her hand was warm, steady, and so incredibly real. I told myself it was just comfort, just two lonely women sharing a safe space. But when her fingers gently brushed my cheek, the air in the room completely changed. It wasn't loneliness anymore, it was connection. When she kissed me, I felt everything I'd completely forgotten love could be. It wasn't about obligation. It wasn't a performance. It was just raw, terrifying, beautiful emotion. But as I soon learned, love isn't always kind. Over the next few weeks, I found myself becoming addicted to her presence the way she made my mornings brighter, my evenings softer, my world more colorful. Yet with every smile, with every shared moment, I felt something dangerous creeping back in. Dependence. The very same thing I had sworn off forever. I started catching myself waiting for her texts. I'd rearrange my entire day just for a chance to see her. And when she was distant, even for a moment, my heart ached with that old, familiar pain, the same pain I felt when my husband would ignore me. That terrified me more than anything. I couldn't go back there. I wouldn't. So one night, I tried to pull away. I told her I needed space, that I couldn't risk losing myself again in someone else. Arya just nodded, her expression unreadable in the dim light. I get it, she said quietly, though I could hear a slight tremble in her voice. But don't mistake love for a cage. Sometimes it's the only thing that reminds us we're still alive. Her words lingered in my mind long after she left my apartment. The days turned into a long, quiet week, and in that silence, I realized something profound. I wasn't trapped by her. I was trapped by my own fear. Fear of being vulnerable, fear of being truly seen, fear of risking my heart all over again. I was letting the ghosts of my past dictate my future. When I finally built up the courage to knock on her door again, she looked surprised, but then a soft, knowing smile spread across her face, as if she'd been expecting me all along. I thought I had to choose between freedom and love, I said, my voice shaky but determined. But maybe freedom is loving someone without losing yourself in the process. She stepped closer, closing the small space between us. Then stay free, she whispered, with me. And this time, when she kissed me, I didn't feel trapped. I felt found. Because sometimes the person who breaks down the walls you built around your heart isn't there to cage you. She's there to remind you that your heart still knows how to fly. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If it resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me. See you next time.